So now for the hands-on tutorial of how to actually speed read using the techniques we went through in the previous video. So as we saw, there are three requirements to speed read a book. You first need to have an ebook of it or the book physically. And then you need to have the audiobook or the PDF. So if you're reading with the physical book, you need the audiobook, which you can get by buying or getting a PDF of the same book and then using Naturalreader, or you can just get the audiobook directly from the supplier. After you have those, you can then use Notion, the software here, to take notes that you find interesting, and use Naturalreader. So that's what I'm going to be using in this video right now, because I'm reading a book using a PDF. So this is the book I went through, The Innovation Secrets of Steve Jobs. A very cool book that I'm enjoying a lot. So you can buy it on here if you're interested. But I've already gotten the PDF. So here it is, the PDF of the book. And as I usually read it, I have been doing this a lot, so I'm almost at the end of the book now, page 203. So I'm going to show how I do it. So the first of all, you just click on Add Files. When you come, you probably have a different screen than this, but click on Add Files, Document, and then you go to your books, and you find the PDF of the book that you got. Or if you just have the audiobook, you can just play the sound already. But since I don't have the audiobook, I have to use the PDF in order to create the audiobook of the book. So I just open it here, and this is how it looks like. You then get it here. So here you can choose the speed that you want to read, normal speed or 5 times speed. I like to read 5 times speed, that's speed reading, because I just want to go through the book very fast to get the information and a big overview of the entire book. So you just go here. So here it is, and the introduction, you just click on it and it starts reading for you.
And an open letter to President Barack Obama, New York Times COL. Miss Thomas Friedman challenged Obama to create more jobs. Steve Jobs. We need to get millions of American kids, not just the geniuses, excited about innovation and entrepreneurship. Again, if you want more good jobs, Friedman argued, the nation must do a better job of fostering an environment where innovation is encouraged and allowed to flourish.
Yeah, so this is how you do it. Now, one thing to note is that the 5 times speed on the web version of Naturalreader is not actually 5 times speed. I don't know why, but it's a little slower. So what you can do is you can get the phone version of audio of Naturalreader, and you just do the same thing. It's the same interface. So you just click on Add and add the PDF. If you have your account, it automatically loads the book that you have uploaded to Naturalreader, and I'm going to show you how it looks like. The speed is much faster. Now I'm at the screen, which is also loading. Okay, so now I got it. Now notice the different speeds. If I start at 1 time speed, it sounds like this.
Woe days after Steve Jobs passed away in October 2011, television anchor Deborah Roberts.
And I can also show it here so you see what it's reading. If I go here, and it's in the preface, so here, let's see where it is. So my computer is actually quite slow. I don't have a MacBook, but I'm thinking of getting one because it's much faster. So let's start at the introduction here, as we were in the previous one too. Just zoom out a little bit so I can see it better. That's nice. And now I find the introduction here too, so you can see what it's reading. Okay, so I have the introduction here as well. And the most efficient way that you can do it to actually use the fastest speed is using the phone version to listen to the audio. You can use your headphones connected to your smartphone, and then you can read it physically if you have the book physically, as I have some books, or you can read through the PDF like this. So this is what one-time speed looks like.
And an open letter to President Barack Obama, New York Times call. Umnist Thomas Friedman challenged Obama to create more jobs. Steve Jobs. We need to get.
So now if we increase it to 2 times speed,
Umnist Thomas Friedman challenged Obama to create more jobs. Steve Jobs. We need to get millions of American kids, not just the geniuses, excited about innovation and entrepreneurship. Again, if you want more good jobs, Friedman argued, the nation must do a better job of fostering an environment where innovation is encouraged and allowed to flourish.
so now 3 times speed.
In short, the country needs more people like Apple co-founder and CEO Steve Jobs. After all, thanks in large part to the revolutionary iPhone, one of the most innovative devices of the first decade of the 21st century. Apple surpassed Microsoft in 2010 to become the most valuable technology company in the world. That's a stunning achievement for any company, and especially remarkable for one that was started in a spare bedroom. America faced a host of problems to the end of the second decade of the new millennium. Millions of people were out of work or losing their homes, often both. 1 in 6 Americans lived on food stamps. Public education was in desperate need of a radical overhaul, and businesses in every corner of the country were struggling to keep their doors open.
So now 4 times speed. Don't know if we're able to keep up, but I've been doing this for about a year now, since I started using the software to read through books fast. So I've gotten used to it. So I can just comfortably read on 5 times speed and continue through the book. But obviously, if you're just starting out, maybe you have to start at 2 times speed and then increase to 3 times, 4 times, until you eventually get to 5 times speed over time. So it's like a process, yeah. So this is 4 times speed.
Looking at my start financial life again. The first 10 years of the century, we're going to go down. The most serious is Americans through the post-World War era, telling it the decade now. Time to go to the best thing to say about the decade is over. The great recession spread to many parts of the globe, and many countries have always struggled with economics, strained infrastructures, environmental problems, and XP. XP introduction. The progressive period. History and progress of life. The good news is that recessions.
So now the fastest speed, 5 times speed.
The good news is that recessions often have catalysts for innovation. According to IBM General Manager Elliot Sanchez, we're in a situation where food costs conditions to more or less that really rise to need for innovation to live. A creativity we might not otherwise have more times. Increased innovation doesn't always have to be about more dollars. It's about how you use those dollars. History shows that the greatest innovations have been introduced in periods of severe economic stress.
So obviously it's much faster, and if we try to see the same thing here as the 5 times speed, you obviously see that it's much slower. So if you just see the difference.
Before we explore the principles that made Steve Jobs one of the world's most successful innovators, we must agree on a definition of innovation that applies to everyone, regardless of title or function. CEOs, managers, employees, scientists, teachers, entrepreneurs, and students. In a sentence, innovation is a new way of doing things that results in positive change. It makes life better.
Yeah, so you see that in the desktop, the software is the 5 times is much slower than on the mobile version. And here I found an interesting quote that I really interested in, that it makes sense to me, and I want to keep it down. So now what I do is I open Notion and I write a new page. So this is how I do it, and then I like writing down the date of today, so I know when I wrote it down. And the title I want to write is Innovation. Innovation is a new way of doing things that results in positive change. So this is quite a very good definition of innovation, and I really like it. So that's why I'm writing it down. And I can also see if there's other interesting sentences that I want to keep. Yeah. So then I have it here, and then when I want, I can just come back and check it out. So I can obviously find a note that I wrote down about the book, because I already taken other notes, so let's see if I can find it about Steve Jobs. Yeah, so like this one here, note that I also took. So 17 April, easiest way to make a good product or service, reinvent existing products and services that work, reinvent existing products that work and provide value. So it's just improving something that already works and add something new to it, and people really like it, so it's a good product or service that you can make. So let's say I forgot the note that I took just a few seconds ago or minutes, and just scroll down, find it here, and here I have it, so I can go through it again. So this is how I use Notion to take notes. So this is essentially it, how I speed read through books. I use Naturalreader, but you can use another software if you find it better. You can also just use the audiobooks and increase the speed with a different software. So it's up to you. This is how I do it. You can try it out, see if it works for you. And yeah, that's how you speed read through books using the requirements and techniques that we went through in the previous video. So to sum up what we went through today, the goal was to find out how to speed read books and we found out that the best way to read books, the fastest way to gain knowledge is by reading and listening at the same time. And the tools that you can use to do this are PDF, not PPF. So it's ebooks and PDF. That's the first one. Then you have Naturalreader. So Naturalreader is the software that I use, but I'm quite sure that there are other softwares where you can give a PDF and they read it. It reads it aloud so you can hear. But this is just a software that I use. You can obviously find another software if you think it's better, or you can just use the same one that I use. And the third one is Notion. So Notion is quite a fascinating software. There's lots of things you can do with it, take notes. And I'm thinking of doing a few videos on it because I've gotten lots of questions about what software I use to take notes and make it so organized. So I'll probably do some videos in the future showing you my system and how you can manage your time using Notion. So after we found out this, we found out that you can listen using your phone, listen from your phone, and here you use Naturalreader. And while doing this, you also read the book, and it can be physical, like this, or it can be an ebook / PDF. So now you know how you can speed read through books much faster, so you can save up your time and gain knowledge more efficiently.